Hello Battlefield fans, Waltel here, and today the topic is are the old consoles holding back the new consoles? So this is the whole old gen versus next gen, and this is a fun topic. I've seen this a lot around the web, people arguing. Yeah, they're holding back. No, they're not. It's just a crazy war over here. Between the PS3 owners and the PS4. I just don't think they're holding anything back, in my opinion. I think it's just part of the whole transition. That's the way it goes. Some people expect that just because the new consoles are out, and that's it. So there has to be 300 games already done and all that stuff. Yeah, I know the developers had the hardware for a while, but they just what I believe is they just like exploring and not exploring, like experimenting with it, and that takes a while just to create a good game, with the new hardware. I know they have so much power, so I believe they're experimenting. So they're not holding anything back. It's just part of the transition, and that's the way it goes. And it will happen the same in a few years when you get, I don't know, let's call it PS5. So from PS4 to PS5, it will be the same thing. It happened the same thing from PS2 to PS3. It's just a slow transition, just a slow games at the beginning, and then you just get these tons of games, and you forget about the old one. But there's no holding anything back. It's just about the transition, just about the way it goes. You could say I could possibly contradict myself in this part over here, but if we look at it from a business perspective, okay, so let's say you have a game, and you want obviously to sell your game to a lot of people. So you look at the numbers. Okay, well, PS4 has 20 million, let's say 20 million, right? How many of those 20 million have PlayStation Plus? If your game is heavily multiplayer type of game. So you look at those numbers. Okay, we got I don't know, 15 million out of 20. And then you look at the PS3, or same thing goes for Xbox, and then you got 15 million that could play online all the time, or 20 million, or even more. I don't know how many, how the numbers go here, but just an example. So obviously you want to sell your game as much as possible, so you release the game for both consoles, but not necessarily means that they have to hold anything back. So let's take a look at Shadow of a Mordor. That game was pretty nasty on the new consoles, pretty good. It was released later on, on the old consoles. It wasn't the same, They had to downgrade stuff, some capabilities, weren't there in the PS3 and 360 version, but it was just a good game. But the guys focused on the next gen consoles 100%, and then the other guys work on the other one, and that's it. So there's no holding anything back. It's just like I said, it's just a transition, and that's the way it goes. And from business perspective also, you want to release both games to both consoles, and that's the way it goes. If we look at it right now, yeah, there's some pretty cool games for the new consoles. Very awesome games, some of them single player. But let's talk about, let's say, Battlefield Hardline. Since I'm playing Battlefield 4 here, let's talk about Hardline. You got Hardline for the next gen consoles, and yes, there's a difference, but the gap between the two, the old console and next gen console, is not so big. So we got on the PS4 it's running 900p, on the Xbox One it's running at 720p. You know what? It's not so it's not so far, even at 900p. Even though I don't really care about this, but this is what people talk about. Oh, it's 900p, it's great, or it sucks. It doesn't really matter to me. But just an example, so there's not much of a gap here, and these guys been working on them for a while. So I'm pretty sure they had the hardware for the next gen consoles, for a while, or when they started working on Hardline, but they didn't want to push it too much for the new consoles. Not because the PS3 and and 360, but it's just because I believe they just experimented, and they just wanna bring a good product. And for Battlefield Hardline, it seems like they focused on bringing a really good product, something that wasn't as broken as Battlefield 4 when it was at launch day. So once again, it's just transition, experimenting. That's the way it goes. Nothing we can do about it. And I remember talking about this on a Black Ops 2 video. That's the way it takes a good year or two, maybe 2 years, for the new consoles to really be focused, be focused now. To be really the good ones, to put in better word. It takes about 2 years. So a lot of good games coming out. I'm pretty sure this year E3 will be seeing new games and new stuff, and slowly we walk into that transition. Let's say Destiny. Destiny. The old consoles didn't hold anything back on Destiny just because you know uh, it was released on PS3 and 360 doesn't mean that was the reason why we didn't have a lot of story or all the stuff that people complain about Destiny. So there's no holding anything back. It's just part of the transition. That's the way it goes, and we should be used to by now, or at least know these things. That's the way it works. That's the way it goes. And there's always a few exclusives that come out before a new console is released, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them between. It depends on what people like. People sometimes tends to exaggerate in things when it comes to good or bad. So I don't really uh, trust reviews because that's just one person's opinion. Okay, so if I ever post a reviews, don't trust it. It's because it will be my opinion. It's like you going to, I don't know, go and get some, I don't know, go to the movies or whatever. You watch a movie and you like it, and then you ask the guy next to you. It's like, oh, we didn't like it. It's just different opinions. That's the same thing goes for video games. You could ask a guy, what do you think about this video game? And the guy say it sucks, so you don't buy it. But then a month later or 2 months later, you are at your friend's house and you happen to play the game. You're like, you know what, this game sucks, but I want to play it, and you end up loving it. And you be like, man, I was dumb enough to trust this guy's opinion. I should have got this game, on day one. So same thing, it's just like that, just people's opinion. That it. But I don't believe they're holding anything back. It's just part of the gaming transition, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So if you can still play on your PS3, some of the games are coming out for the new consoles. Why not? Why not? They're still being released, and I mean, I'm looking forward to get it will be a PS4, and probably later on, if I can, obviously I will get an Xbox One. We'll see. I mean, but first I want to get a PS4 and play some of the games that I missed out because I'm still playing on my PS3. It's like the Dying Light and all those games I want to play, and I'll be posting gameplays because I think they're pretty fun. But when it comes to Hardline, I don't know if I'm gonna get Hardline uh, this weekend. We'll see. I don't know. When it comes to Hardline, I will go just PS3. Even if I get a PS4, I will just go for PS3. It's just I don't see, like I said, I don't see the gap. Yes, you could say, well, between, let's say, Battlefield 4, all 64 players and 32 and 1. I mean, I'm fine playing with 32 players, to be honest with you. Yes, 64 will be more fun, and I'm pretty sure the resolution is a little better. It looks shinier, maybe, or whatever. But you know what? I'm fine with over here in this game. With the PS3, it's running fine. So I don't see anything wrong with it. So once again, just transition. There's no holding anything back. That's the way it goes. Remember, Dying Light was going to be released on PS3 and 360 as well, but the guys wanted a really polished. I don't want to say polished, like a really good game. Yeah, polished game. And maybe what happened with Motor having to dumb down some of these capabilities and stuff from the game. I mean, you can still play a Motor, on PS3 and 360 fine. Although there's not going to be certain things as in the PS4 and Xbox One version. So I think these guys and the guys behind Dying Light didn't want to do this. They wanna bring just the full package. They could easily maybe bring less zombies in the PS3 and 360 version. Maybe not as shiny, or something like that. It would be playable on 360 and PS3. But the guys wanted a full game with the amount of zombies they have right now and with the resolution they wanted. So they didn't want to just go like that. So I think that's why. But there's no holding anything back, and we just have to slowly move on to the new one. Like I said, I'll be moving on to the PS4 hopefully pretty soon, and I'll just keep my PS3 because it's pretty fun, and it's working. So there will be a day where it'll be kind of obsolete, where maybe not obsolete, but where you're not going to use it, where you're going to be focused on the new one, and once again, that's part of the transition. So if people are still comfortable with the PS3 and 360, There's game, the new Tomb Raider game. I forget the name right now. The new Tomb Raider game, being released, this fall 2015. That one will be released on Xbox One and 360 as well. So I think it's a time exclusive, if I'm not mistaken, for that game. I don't know if it's a game exclusive or time exclusive, but it will be released first on Xbox, but it will be out for Xbox One and Xbox 360. Are they gonna hold anything back? No, absolutely not. The Xbox One version will be amazing, and it will look just so cool, and maybe it will have a few features that the 360 version won't have. So they're not holding anything back. It's just the way it goes. So once again, we go back to the business perspective. You released a big, nice game, because Tomb Raider is a big game, and you wanted to sell it to other people. So you have the choice. Do I want to maybe make this game, maybe bring less people, like bad guys on the screen? If you have 100, maybe let's bring it to 50 or 25. That way, it'll fit the 360 disc, or things like that. That's what they do in order in order for you to play on 360. And maybe the Xbox One will have more people in it and more stuff. So you as a developer, you have that choice. What do you want to do? Do I want to release my game like this, or maybe just bring it down a little bit over here and also release it on these other consoles? So that's the way it goes. There's no holding anything back. It's just one of them is, like I said, transition, and the other one is business. That's the way it is. It's just business. So you could say, yeah, that's holding back, but that's the way it goes, man. So I don't think it has anything to do with with just like the PS4 maybe not being capable, or the 360. It's just a business, or but that's the way it goes, man. And like I said, probably in a year from now, we won't be playing PS3 anymore. We'll be PS4, Xbox One, and even PC. So I don't think it's that bad of a deal. If the games, people seem to get upset that when the games get released for PS3 and 360. So I mean, people can play it. If they don't have the PS4, Xbox One, good for those people. For those of us who are still playing on the old console, which still works pretty good. So. But anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild. I know, kind of contradicting commentary, but I really don't see anything falling back or anything like that. Just that's the way it goes, So it's not anything bad about it. So thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay, this commentary. And as always, if you haven't, please check out my channel videos. This is a lot of Battlefield 4 on my channel. Destiny, playthroughs, live commentary like the Resident Evil Revelations 2. Pretty awesome games, so go ahead, check them out. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Later.